What's going on, my fellow robots? My name is Transformer Robotics. Welcome back to my channel. Now, today in this video, we'll be talking about the Astro cores. Now, let's get started. So, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, in season 25, we're introduced to the Astro cores, which are core-like devices that take over the possession of a Titan. Now, it's unclear if the Astro toilets had these cores before, but I'm going to assume they probably did, because before they infected Titan TV, man, you can actually see that Astro Duchess has one too. And who else had one? G-Man. So yeah, as you saw from that clip I just showed you earlier, G-Man also had one of those core things that the Astro toilets have. Now, one common trait I heard online is that the Astros use that thing for controlling others. Now, I don't believe this to be true because in episode 77, we saw that the Astro Duchess had one too, and yet she used it to control her body. Now, I have a theory. I think there are two different types of these things. There is one for controlling objects and one for controlling others. Now, let's get started. So yeah, I believe the one we saw that Titan TV man had on his chest, I'm assuming that one might be the one to control people. And also, I'm assuming G-Man had one too. Because if you look at... Because when Titan TV man gets infected, Astro Commander calls him Watchman of Doom. Take a listen. So yeah, as you just heard what Astro Commander called Titan TV Man Watchman of Doom. Now you could say that's because of the core, but I don't believe that's to be the core's name, because as we know, these things are made to control others, or it's not for them to have their own personality. Because as we know, these things are core extractors. And also, as we know, Titan TV Man. No, these things, as we know, Titan TV Man already had a personality. Has his own personality. So the fact that and if you look closely when he wakes up, you can actually see that he looks both at Astro Duchess and Astro UFO. So yeah, that just confirms that Titan TV Man is being under control. Now, we actually see a similar thing happen before. In episode 32, we saw that the same thing happened in the Titan Speaker Man. He was fighting the Skibbity toilets when the Speaker scientist infected him. Now, I don't believe the Speaker Titan. I do believe the Skibbity scientist was involved in the core's creation, because if you think about it, he actually made a similar thing to the Astro's core, but rather than using the core, it actually uses the body itself. Now, you might be asking, what's so similar between the Skibbity parasites and the Astro core? Well, the similar thing is, the Astro core can actually be damaged. You see, unlike the Skibbity parasite, which can move around freely and actually infect others, the Astro core takes a little time for infection. Because before Titan TV Man became Watchman of Doom, you can actually see that he was struggling. You can see that he actually, in this clip I'm showing you right now, he was actually struggling he can actually pull the thing off. Well, you might say the Skibbity parasite eyes can also be removed, but if you look closely, the Astro parasite actually attaches on the Titan TV Man, and actually takes a little bit of time to get infected. Now, we saw a similar thing happen to the Skibbity parasites, but unlike the Skibbity parasites, they can freely move around and actually take a little time on to get removed. We also know that we can actually see that the Skibbity parasites take a longer time on to get removed. Also, though it's unclear, it's likely that there is a way to remove it, because we know that G-Man was affected by the similar parasite. And yes, I do assume G-Man was infected by the similar parasite too, because... So yeah, if you see in the clip I'm showing you, G-Man also has an orange core. And as we know, G-Man has yellow laser eyes. So I'm assuming that... Now, like I said in my G-Man origin video, I believe that my G-Man origin and my G-Man clone video, I believe that the ones who have laser eyes might be genetically altered Astro toilets. We don't see Astro Juggernaut or Astro Scorpion. We don't even see the Astro container has these, or even the mini Astro, or the Scott or the ex Astros that come out of him in episode 75. Now I still believe that the ones who have laser eyes, such as Astro Duchess and Astro UFO, have these is because they're actually higher rank and they're also genetically altered. Let me explain why. Because in the very same episode, Astro Duchess shot a laser from her mouth, and as we know, G-Man and Astro Duchess just only shot them from their eyes. So that just confirms that there's genetically altered. Also, if you look at Astro Duchess's lip, you can actually see that there's some stitches on her under her cheeks. So that just confirms that she might have had genetically altering in her system. And to further prove this, during his fight with Titan Cameraman, G-Man had yellow laser eyes, while Astro Duchess and Astro UFO have orange eyes. And further proof this, in episode 47, when G-Man was fighting the Cinema Man, or Titan Cinema Man as you want to call him, he had his laser eyes, and he continued to use them along with the normal lasers. Now, like I said in my G-Man origin video, the reason why he doesn't use his laser eyes again is because his eyes were damaged because of the Titan TV Man. Now, if you watch my G-Man origin video, you'll understand why I think so. Now, the fact that you just saw that, here's another proof I want to show you. If we compare G-Man to the Skibidi Toilets, none of them have laser eyes. Not even the Skibidi Scientists. Now, like I said in my scientist video, like I said in my scientist explain video, the scientist was also a former Astro Toilet. Now it's unclear if he ever has laser eyes, but considering he never used them in the show, I'm assuming he doesn't have them. Because as we know, even though the Skibidi Scientist was intelligent enough to build parasites and all the weapons, I don't assume that he's probably intelligent enough to make genetically altering. Because if we compare his creations, we can see he's more of a tech kind of person rather than a genetically altered person. So yeah, what you just heard, I believe all Astro Toilets who have laser eyes are commanders or higher rank. And now as to do with the core, I'm assuming that those who want bigger bodies probably had to have a core. Because as we know, when G-Man was an Astro Toilet, we saw that he also had a core. And as we saw, he had higher weapons on his body. Now I assume that core wasn't just made for him to control his body, but also for the Astros to control him. Because as we know, G-Man created high treason. Now, I believe that the treason might have been him removing that core, because as we know, G-Man was exiled from the Astro Toilets because when he was kicked out, he didn't have any armor or anything, just like Astro Juggernaut has. Speaking of Astro Juggernaut, it's unclear if he knows about G-Man with the core, but judging how he says if you have any honor among him, I'm assuming he probably didn't know about the core incident. Also, as we know, G-Man and Juggernaut were close friends, so I'm assuming he also knew that G-Man was under the effects of the Astro Toilets. So it's unclear if he was unaware that G-Man was being controlled by the Astro Toilets. But considering that during his speech, he said, "You'll never know oppression again," and Astro Juggernaut said, "Your word is nothing." Judging that assumes that Astro Juggernaut knew that G-Man was under the effects of the Astro Toilets. Now we're not done yet, because I got a few more things to talk about. So let's get started. So for starters, can the core be removed? Well, I'm assuming yes, it can, because we actually got some proof of this. Because as we saw in episode 74, we saw that G-Man had the laser at the core, but also had some Astro equipment on him. But as we saw in episode 7, when he was introduced, he didn't have any armor, no lasers, not even a core. So yeah, I'm assuming when he removed the core, the Astro Toilet stripped him of any technology. Luckily as a way to show that G-Man cannot be trusted. Okay. But nevertheless, G-Man is still a respectable commander. So that just confirms that that just confirms that those things can be removed. And as we know, so yes, there is still hope that Titan TV Man can still be back. Now the second thing I want to talk about is why don't all Astro Toilets have these cores? Now this is a tough one, but I'm going to assume the reason why they don't have these cores is because the cores would likely take time and resources to be built. Because as we know, the only persons we see who have the core G-Man, Astro Duchess, and finally Watchmen of Doom. So yeah, the fact that there were only 3 characters of the Astro Society that had cores, I'm assuming that these things are probably not easy to make. I say not easy because we only see three in total, and we only see them with high ranks like G-Man, Astro, and Astro Duchess. So I'm assuming they're probably meant for higher rank commanders. And as we know, all the Astros we see other than Astro Commander or Astro UFO are lower rank commanders. I'm assuming that they not all have cores. Now this is not fully true. So yeah, the fact that only high rank commanders among the Astros confirm that these things are only meant for high rank. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you want me to make next. And my Astro Duchess and Astro G-Man video will still come out soon. So yeah, guys. I hope you guys have a good day, night, or whatever you are. So have a good day, everyone.